Joining me now is Fran Spielman, the Dean of the Chicago City Hall Press Corps and the host of the Fran Spielman Show, available wherever you get your podcast, and Mariah Woelfel, who is the WBEZ City Hall reporter. So welcome to the show. Let me set this up for everybody. You may wonder why we're talking about mayoral politics, because mayoral politics doesn't wait for a timely calendar.
It's the main event in Chicago, always.
Yeah,
what other election is going on?
Right. So,
is there another?
Yeah, I know.
Let me just explain to everybody that it's run a different way. So we're talking to the days before the primary in Illinois, where voters have to go and decide, am I going to pull a Republican ballot, a Green Party ballot, a Republican ballot? As you two well know, and our viewers should know, when you vote for mayor in Chicago, it's nonpartisan. If on February 28th, 2023, one candidate gets more than 50%, game over. If not, the top two go to a runoff on April 4, 2023. So, Fran, my question is, why are so many people in this race right now?
Because they smell blood in the water. Lori Lightfoot is sitting at 25%. She has to, at some point, get to 50%. That will be difficult. If she doesn't make a runoff with about 45% of the vote, she will be in trouble, because normally everybody coalesces behind the challenger. If you don't have strong support and a lot of momentum going into that runoff as an incumbent, chances are she would lose.
But we're talking June something, okay? And you have so many people running. Mariah, here, let's let our viewers see.
Sure.
And here's one thing. What do you know already? And you two, everybody could be a pundit here. What is my one takeaway, just by looking at this? The advantage that Lori Lightfoot has, for all you've said, Fran, in hot water, low ratings. What do you see here, everybody? She is the one woman right now who's running. And now. But I haven't heard any other female names surface.
Sophia King.
Okay, and Stacey Davis from the Chicago Teachers Union.
Judy Friedland,
or
possibly.
Okay. So that, as we look ahead.
Or Bridget Gaynor, the county commissioner, who took a pass last time.
Sure.
But that's the thing to be looking for as we hurl down here. Why are these people, though, of the ones who are running, why are they getting in now? What's the point?
Well, as the mayor puts it, it's another day, what did she say? Another day, another man that thinks he can do his job better
Another
than
man who thinks
But
so
a lot
far.
of issues are plaguing the city right now. You have rising violence. We're coming off the end of a pandemic, and people are jumping on that, saying that they can, do a better job in the city of Chicago.
Okay, so here's the thing. Lightfoot, as of now, in her main campaign fund, has cash on hand of $1.7 million.
That's paltry.
Hold on. Let me make my point, Fran. In her other campaign fund, which is Chicago Forward, it's just $50,000 something as of April. Just in the last few days, she took in $100,000. Everybody, all these people combined, except for Willie Wilson, who's self-funding, and we'll get to him, have nothing. Okay.
Okay, but remember something. Rahm Emanuel had at this point $8 million. He had the ability and the Rolodex and the contacts to get a six-figure donation in 5 seconds.
None of these people could do that.
Lori Lightfoot is not getting that, and she's having some trouble raising money among the institutional interests.
But Fran and Mariah, it's all comparable. She's got $1.7 million. They've got nothing. Okay.
At the moment,
At the moment, none of them have any fundraising power. And, Jamal Green just filed his papers a few weeks ago. Alderman Lopez, he took a $40,000 loan from his 15th Ward campaign fund. Cam Butner, the state representative, he took a loan he's using some money from the state rep fund. So let me get to Willie Wilson. Willie Wilson gets in the news because he spends money, the gas giveaway or that. Mariah, is this a plan to become mayor? He's tried it for Senate. He's tried it before. Can he just ride this to February, giving away money to people who might not even be voters in Chicago?
Well, he was successful last time in taking a lot of the African American vote
But
away.
he didn't win. Yeah.
He won 13 of 18 black wards.
13 of 18 black wards, and then use that support to throw it behind Lightfoot, which he will not obviously be doing, even if he doesn't make the runoff this election cycle. So
interesting point about Willie Wilson, everybody.
He is a force to be reckoned with. He will take votes from Lori Lightfoot. Remember something. Lori Lightfoot is not the reformer that a lot of people wanted her to be. Therefore, she will not get the lakefront vote as in the strength that she had last time. Therefore, she must make it up somewhere else. Where's it going to come from? It's going to come from, she hopes, the black community, except that with Willie Wilson in the race, she has a problem.
Well, cast of thousands. Go on.
Just on finances too, Lightfoot with the most in the bank right now, $1.7 million in her accounts. But I still don't think you've seen big major donors throw their weight in this race yet. So
you're thinking in Chicago area. Okay. I also cover Lori Lightfoot. I'm based in Washington, D.C., if everyone doesn't know it. I see her on a national play, and I've seen her national fundraising. She does have a national network that even if it's not, no one can compare to Rahm Emanuel, ambassador to Japan, who was just back in Chicago as a few days ago. The point being, Rahm is, let's do a carve out. No one's going to raise money like him. I think my point is the money advantage she has right now, she could use it to do something that no one else can. Fran, what should she be doing since she has money that no one else has?
Well, I think you have to measure it not against Rahm, but measure it against what she needs to reverse the standing of 25%. She needs probably $8 million.
I just am going to disagree with you only because everything's proportional. Right now, none of these guys except Willie Wilson has money, and Willie Wilson only seems to use it to give away money to people who might not even be Chicago voters.
In all deference to Willie Wilson, let's say he has had a lifetime of philanthropy and giving. He takes money out of his own pocket for a homeless guy before he ever ran for anything. So let's not say that this is buying votes only. This is a man who, right?
Yeah, I would agree.
I'm not denying the philanthropy. I'm saying he's not mayor and he's not senator and he's not president. He ran for all three of those things.
Right.
Interesting Willie Wilson thing. Let me throw it out there. He directly is trying to defeat Mariah Lightfoot because he is running against her. He is the biggest donor and backer of Richard Boykin, who's running against Tony
who runs his campaign and arranges his news conferences.
Right. So Willie Wilson is trying to take out directly Mariah Lightfoot, indirectly Tony Preckwinkle.
Which is an interesting point. Tony Preckwinkle is going to get involved in this mayor's race. You know darn well that she is not going to back Lori Lightfoot. Who do you think it'll be?
Pick one. Okay, guys. So let's see. Will it be
Sawyer? Probably.
Sawyer.
Sawyer.
I would see Sawyer. Yeah.
Where's Sawyer?
There he is.
There he is.
Okay.
Right there,
Bottom.
in front of you.
Yeah. There you go.
Son of Mayor
Eugene Sawyer.
Eugene Sawyer.
Yes.
Okay. Paul
if he stays in. He has a likely chance. Well, he could, but
Sawyer hasn't even formally announced yet. He hasn't made a formal announcement.
Right.
Of course, he's running, but yes.
Right. But he would be the most likely to attract Tony Preckwinkle's support or Sophia King if she gets it.
Both known as pragmatic progressives with strongholds in the Black community on the South Side.
Do you think there's anyone out there who is the biggest influencer who could help Lori Lightfoot become more popular? Is there anyone out there? Is there anything? We do have problems. Everybody, you don't need me to tell you the problems.
I think this is going to be an election about it's a referendum on her. Mm-hmm. Just as she came out of nowhere to take the mantle because Tony Preckwinkle's contribution achieved at the Burke home, $10,000 was put into the Burke indictment, and the Sun-Times front page endorsement helped Lori Lightfoot emerge from a pack of all kinds of people, 14 people. Somebody will emerge from this field and be the primary challenger. That person will then get institutional money, perhaps, and that person will be in the runoff, and then the question will be, can Lori Lightfoot go into a runoff with a head of steam enough to win, Or will it be an anybody but Lori Lightfoot election? My suspicion is that a lot of people have made up their minds about Lori Lightfoot now, and they are looking for an alternative.
Okay, so who would you be looking for to get in the race that's not in? First Fran, then Mariah.
It could be Pat Quinn, who is doing this recall thing that he did 4 years ago under Ron.
Former governor.
It could be Gary Chico. It could be Bill Conway, who ran for state's attorney. It could be Sophia King. It could be Bridget Gaynor, the county commissioner.
The more competitors, they just don't.
No,
just
somebody,
chop up
I
the
just said,
opposition.
someone will emerge from this field to become
the
the primary
one.
challenger, just as Lori Lightfoot did.
Okay, Mariah, last word as we end this segment.
I think Sophia King would be an issue for the mayor. As we talked about, she is the only woman and Black woman in this race, and she's used that refrain a lot so
I
far.
remind people she is.
Sophia King is leader of the Progressive Caucus in the City Council, Southside Alderwoman.
What ward is she, guys?
She's 4th Ward.
Okay, South
The
Side.
Tim Evans ward.
We
The
go
old
back.
Tim Evans ward.
So Sophia King would be a challenge. I would like to see Chewy Garcia throw his name
Oh,
in the
he's not going to
race.
run.
I know.
That's the
I'm putting it out there.
No. We've been to this rodeo before.
It would be
Chewy
fun.
Garcia is not going to
No.
run for mayor. Anyway, Franny, you seem like you're about to say
Most
something.
elections, Lynn, and you know this, are about an incumbent who has become unpopular and people are searching for an alternative. That's what's going on
We've
today.
been through this with Jane Byrne.
Yes.
We know Fran and I have been around. So we've seen this
Longer than
phenom-
we'd like to admit.
Well, we've seen this phenomenon. Somebody who comes in who could have been, we thought, mayor for life, and then look what happens. Anyway, we got to wrap up this segment of At the Table. Thank you, Fran Spielman, and from WBEZ, City Hall reporter Mariah Woelfel. Thank you for joining us.
Great
Take
to
care.
have you as a partner.
Yeah, that's fun. It's fun.
Thanks, everybody.